Where we are here in the Wilshire now and at the Apsley, it's 2 seasons. Skiing is the main one in winter, and that's pretty self-explanatory. Summer, very, very different, and I'm saying the whole resort empties out, the snow melts, and it's something I would say going back to being Austria. I would say equally as beautiful, and I think it's almost when you're here in the ski season, you're too busy skiing to actually realise maybe just how beautiful it is, and there's this sort of simplicity to it. And you know, if anyone's seen sort of Sound of Music, you know, this is where it is. That sort of German romanticism going on. So yeah, very, very peaceful, very simplistic. Activities that you can do in the summer: paragliding, hiking, mountain biking. Otherwise, I think people just come here, particularly travellers, just to relax. That Europe isn't one big urban centre, that right in the middle of it you have this huge alpine spine. And I think it's important to experience that as part of Europe as much as it is some of the biggest cities or some of the other countries. So we have a lot of young travellers, predominantly 18 to 30s. I think our big thing is anyone's welcome. You know, if you're buying into sort of what we're about, which is just having a good time, having a lot of energy, really looking to experience it and stuff, you know, anyone's welcome. Me and my best friend Tom, we set the ski lodge up maybe 3 years ago. We were out on a road trip. We came up with this idea that we kind of had when we were kids, you know, when you're kids and you're chatting and you're like, it'd be really fun to open up a place and stuff, and that's pretty much what we did. I think about 4 months after we had that conversation, we were opening for the winter, so things just like escalated. But it's great fun, and I think, you know, we're quite keen to put our own sort of personality on it in terms of, you know, we're not from a hotel background, we haven't done hotel managing courses. You know, I think we've stayed in a hotel and we've watched Fawlty Towers. And it was just sort of the hospitality that it's not as formal as a hotel, okay? It's not as pricey as a hotel. But I think what backpackers, youth hostels, sort of young traveling, that whole traveling network is the people you meet and the experiences you have is probably as much as the places you're actually going. And I was keen to just to recreate something like that, you know, where people can come and experience the country, but also experience what they call out here as Gemütlichkeit, which translates probably as sort of good atmosphere. It's hard to describe what that is, but you know it when you have it. You're looking for a friendly face or just somewhere where you can sort of be made to feel really welcome. I think that's what we're about at the Apsley Ski Lodge, and you know, we'd welcome anyone to come and just sort of, you know, experience that with us. We're super excited this weekend. We have what's called the Talfest. It translates directly as the Valley Festival. I describe it sort of a hugely scaled down mini Oktoberfest, just sort of placed in the valley. And it's sort of 4 days where the valley kind of shuts down and gets on it together. It's a real sort of friendly, family orientated, that you have your kids running around, you have the teenagers sneaking off out the back, you know, doing what teenagers do. You have the older generation all just sitting around. They're all in their traditional lederhosens. There's a brass band playing. And it's good fun, and again, I think something slightly removed from what we might have back at home. Just where there is this sort of coming together of families, and you know, you just basically eat a lot of chicken and drink a lot of beer with it. So.